almost died, guys. I think I died.
You okay?
No.
You gonna talk about it?
Yes. To my therapist.
I'm your therapist.
Not to either of you who laughed the whole time.
Don't you feel supported by your husband or your best friend?
I caught a bird in a basket. What's that saying about bird in a basket's worth in the bush? Get the fuck out on the bush. I'm done.
Welcome to Games Overboard. I'm PJ.
I'm traumatized. I need therapy. Who are you?
I'm Ashley.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
We've been through
Crying right now. My back hurts from laughing.
That's such an old person thing to say.
We are old people.
The 80s was just 20 years ago.
Oh,
That's right.
Yeah.
you guys aren't 80s babies though, are you?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Oh, you are 80s?
87, yo.
Oh, okay.
We're like a year younger than you.
I always think you're so much younger than me. Like, for real.
Well, based on the caliber and the decibel of which I can scream, it sounds like I'm younger. Do you want to tell why I'm traumatized?
So, what, 15 minutes ago? Maybe.
It felt like a lifetime ago.
It was seriously the best thing ever.
This should be on the Well House Exorcism.
We had two birds pop out of the chimney and fly around the basement.
Awful.
So Shanna
was screaming.
Screaming on the floor,
hiding under tables.
I'm queuing at it, being like, come here, birdie birdie. Come here, birdie birdie. Like, trying to catch it. But Shanna's actually the one who caught both of them. PJ took the one out, and then she just, like...
It was survival of the fittest. I just wanted to live.
Do you have the Birds movie stuck in your head? Where it was
I
just
did,
like,
well, they're black. Well,
I was picturing, like, you know, a mother lifting a Volkswagen off of a child, you know, like, you were just willing to overcome the bird fear to get the bird out of the house.
I was in survival mode. Give me the dang blanket, I'm done with this. Well, because our chimney used to have one of those, like, caps on it, but I think it blew off during the tornado or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we, tend to have birds who think, let's put a nest in there, but then they realize quickly that it goes all the way down to the basement. And so it's not uncommon for us to have to clean out the flue down here. Is it the flue? That's
Yeah.
called? Down here at the basement, because it gets full of dirt anyway. So, and, dead baby birdies when they fall through. It's very sad.
And that's where I'm traumatized, is a dead bird, not the beautiful little creature flying around. And
They weren't little. I
I
thought they were babies because I thought a nest had fallen through. It's like, oh, I'll just open this up. And
They were
be like,
definitely young, though. They
were
weren't
young.
good at flying.
No.
Because one straight up smacked into the wall there.
I think they're just dehydrated, and it's very bright down here.
So they were
their
petrified
eyes
by someone screaming.
probably sound like their mother. They kept coming after me.
It was like the bad episode of The Office.
It touched my hair, okay? I'm allowed to scream.
I wish it touched I'm like Snow White. I wanted it to, like, land on my head and I could cue at it and be like, oh, hi, baby.
I hid under a table, and I'm not ashamed to say that, and it followed me to the table.
Don't you feel so supported by, like, your best friend or your husband right now?
No. I feel supported by two birds I didn't want. Like, oh, Mom, hello. No. Oh.
They sensed your motherhood. They sensed, like, that you're a mother, so they wanted you to protect it.
They should have sensed, like, chicken wings, because I'll tell you what, I would eat them. No, actually, I would have
No, you wouldn't have.
No, I'm too much of a mom. Oh, it's the worst.
The best experience ever. It was so cute. Until I had to actually catch one, and then I was like, oh, now I'm scared. After I'm done cooing at them, now I have to, like, actually...
Touch one,
and I'm like, oh. But
interact
I was, like, holding...
with it.
It was so weird, though, because, like, when the bird was over there... Like, it was like this. The bird was, like, seriously just above my arm.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, come on, get onto my arm and, like, I'll help you out. But when I had to, like, do the rag thing, it was traumatizing. But I had birds, so I love birds. They're, like, one of my favorite animals. But it was always traumatizing when we had to, like, pick the birds up with a towel if they, like, were freaking out. So I think it just brought back past trauma. Because I was seriously gonna let it, like, go in my hand and free to the world.
No, thank you. I took that towel from you and I was like, let's go out the window. Then I tried flying back in. Why did
He
I
lets you.
No, God.
And after, as soon as we
Man.
set it free, I'm like, we should have, like, saved it so we can, like, make sure
I didn't
they're
realize
okay.
there were two.
This is
Because
amazing.
once the first one
So
came
good.
out, I was like, why is it so big? Because I thought they were babies that fell out of a basket, you know, like out of a nest. I really thought it was going to be another baby. I was like half dead.
And I was, like, coming down, I was at the top of the stairs, and all I heard was, like, I had a plan. I was just gonna, I had a plan.
I had a plan.
And you just opened the door. I'm like, are there bats? Because that's where I'm like, I crossed the line. No bats. My little bird? Okay.
When you asked why'd you open the door, I'm like, I thought they were babies. I don't care about your stupid plan now. I'm going to fix my mess. I regret everything.
Oh, God.
This is the new well house exorcism where you're terrified by the birds.
We gotta exercise this bird out of the basement.
Oh, I did it myself. Give me that towel. I'll kill it. I don't care. I didn't kill it though, which is good. Well, I want known right now that while I screamed like a little girl and hid under a table, I got it done.
You did get it done. I'm
I
very
got
proud
it done.
of you.
Oh, I just hear them chirping and their wings flapping, and I'm like, oh. I will take these headphones off.
It was really close to the sound, too.
It was very
yeah.
close. Yeah, don't do that ever again.
So when she's sleeping tonight, make sure she's like in a deep, deep sleep, and then just speak the
Oh,
noise.
then I won't wake up.
No, she wouldn't care.
I think the world could end if I'm in a deep sleep. Anyway, why are we actually here tonight?
We
By the way, I'm like sweating right now from
Me too,
almost
actually.
all the screaming.
I'm just waiting because that
I'm
was
wearing a tank top.
exercise, too.
I should
I'm
probably
gonna be
take-
coughing a lot. I have an asthma attack going on.
from laughing so
Yes.
much. Yeah, thanks for being helpful.
You're welcome.
Anyway.
I was very helpful.
You open the windows. Thank you.
I opened the windows. I almost got one out the window by corralling it because it flew right at me.
Then it went behind the washing machine.
Yep.
Anyway, why are we here?
Well, we played Splendor, and we have it set up to play again.
I'm
It
so
was
excited. It was really fun game.
Splendiferous. I made that up.
I had no idea.
I know. I have that effect on people. I seem like I know what I'm doing half the time, but I really have no idea.
But that's your thing, because you just do it all random. I try and have a plan and strategize, which never works ever for any game. But
Oh, for Splendor?
Like-
Yeah, I just had fun.
yeah, but you won. You always win
She
when you
always.
just. It's serious. It's
Whenever
crazy.
we play Azul, she's like, "Oh, I'm just playing. I have no idea."
I don't plan for the first half. I just pick things up. And
I'm
put
giving
them
you
down.
a Valley Girl accent. Just saying,
Yeah, thank
I
you.
have no idea what I'm doing.
I almost had my doctor, but that's how I sound. Okay. Okay.
I don't know why.
I did scream like a little girl over birds, so I guess I got the Valley Girl accent tonight. It's okay. I'm not offended.
No, you know what it is? It's the UK versus America video of pronouncing different words. I gave you the American voice.
You did.
I don't know any of this, but it's pretty awesome. I like it.
Oh,
I just have a natural Valley Girl voice, which I hate. So
We
Yeah,
are, we are
there's
90s
a-
babies. Like
there-
our 90s baby.
Oh, she's like 80s baby. They were
Yeah.
Yeah,
90s.
there's a video I have on my phone of it's a picture of the UK, but someone put their face on top of it, and then he's talking to America, which is the same thing, and they just do words, different words, and
like
so
aluminum.
yeah,
It's aluminium.
you're missing a whole syllable. Aluminum. And then there's he's like, okay, so how about this one? Lift. As in, I'll take the lift to the next floor.
We use the word elevator.
Yeah. I use the word elevator, like it
Elevates.
elevates you. That was surprisingly intelligent of you, America. But, yeah. Anyways.
We play it for PJ's dad since his dad's British.
Yep.
Very fun.
Anyway, so I went into this game just going, I'm just going to get some random cards here because that's what I do. And it ended up working out.
Yeah.
Actually, the only reason I decided I wanted to win was because you told me I couldn't have the girl that I wanted. That's I was like, fine, now I'm going to win this game.
Yeah, that was the
Table.
complete switchover.
Yeah.
You were just playing, and then he made you angry for a
Then I
second.
told you no.
Yep, and then that was
That's when I was
competition
like,
game
fine,
on.
I will win. It's all your
Competition
fault,
game
PJ.
on.
You could have won if it wasn't for that right there. So let me have my way.
This
Happy
is the
wife,
way.
happy life, dude.
This is the way. All right. So what is Splendor?
Splendor is the term for it is an engine builder because you're building this engine that builds off itself and plays off itself and everything.
Okay.
Very similar to Machikaro, I think.
Mm-hmm.
How you like the way I describe these games is you spend money to make money.
Yeah.
You know, you're collecting stuff that's valuable, and then you immediately give it away to get a card, and then that card is like worth one of those things you just collected, but it's permanent. It's always yours. And your goal is to just get 15 points, and those points are listed on those cards.
And this is all gemstones.
Yep, you're collecting various gemstones. Blue, red, black.
At the beginning of this, I was just collecting blue ones because it's her favorite color. Again,
Yep.
I wasn't trying. I had no plan. I was just collecting blue because blue's pretty.
Yeah.
So, like, there was the black stone, but you kept calling it chocolate. So what is
It
the
looks
chocolate
like
stone?
It looks like it's onyx.
does look like-
Onyx. It's
Oh,
onyx
okay.
is what it's supposed
I just
to
call
be.
it chocolate.
It does kind of look like chocolate.
And then you got sapphires and rubies.
Yeah, those are all pretty
emeralds and diamonds.
But what's the wild supposed to be?
That's just money. That's
Is it?
gold. Yeah. Yeah, they call it jokers for
okay.
wild, but they call it gold jokers, so it's definitely supposed to be gold.
All right.
Like it looks it too. It looks like a gold medal
Oh, it
Yeah.
does.
piece there. But everything's on these nice plastic or clay.
Is it clay?
It feels like clay. Poker chips. Doesn't feel like plastic.
It's really sturdy, too, which I like.
Oh,
It's
maybe
not
it is
flimsy.
plastic.
I feel
It is
It
plastic.
feels like
It's plastic.
a pong or what's it?
Yeah.
Pog. The deck stock. The top
Pogs.
pog. But I'm not.
Yeah.
they're
The slammers.
Slammers.
The
That's
slammers that came with Pogs.
That
Yeah.
takes us back.
That shows our age.
Remember how you had that
My
big
Pog
container
collection's
full?
in the attic.
Yeah, well, you brought it down for Sophie
Yeah.
and Eli, and they used to spread them all over everywhere.
Yeah.
We had Pog parties in the living room. If you can imagine, PJ has like a carrying case full of Pogs and Slammers, and they would just put them out and they would just like spread out on them like they were
Oh
so
my
many.
gosh, that's awesome.
Oh, it was obnoxious to clean, but it was pretty cool. I'm like, yeah, play with this 90s merch. This is
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
90s were the best. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
They seriously were.
So, yeah, I love the poker chips.
Yes, I like the poker chips, too.
There's a counterfeit version of this game where they're all just cardboard,
Ew.
but it's like a $6 game instead of a $30 game, you know?
Okay, well,
Um,
you're on a budget.
and it's counterfeit, so, no one who made the game gets the money for it, but...
Okay, well, yeah. Speaking of, who made this game?
Yes, this game is made by Marc Andre.
Ooh, that's a fancy name.
It is.
And
I
the
like
art is done by Pascal Quidalt.
Like it's nice in French, yeah. Marc-André
Or is it
Pascal
Quidalt?
Quidalt.
Because
So
if it's
fancy.
French, it wouldn't be Quidalt. It'd be Quidalt.
No, this is probably Spanish because
Probably.
Pedro
anyways.
Pascal, that's his name right there. So I'm thinking of Pedro Pascal. I'm very happy right now. Printed by Space Cowboys. Which I think is kind of
.fr, it's French.
.fr. Oh yeah, it says 2017 Space Cowboys Francais.
Yep. Days
Rue
of
de-
Wonder.
Ah, made in Rue de Frère Farmer. There you go, in French.
Street of Brotherly something.
Frère
Yeah.
Farmer. Anyway, moving on.
All right. So, the game is really just collecting tokens, spending the tokens to get cards, and the cards represent permanent versions of the tokens that you never have to spend again.
You work so hard.
So you can get more expensive cards.
Yes, the greatest gemstone merchants of the Renaissance. As the leader of a new merchant guild, you invest in mines, send your ships to the New World, and recruit the most renowned artisans. Build a commercial empire and receive the visit of wise monarchs, patrons with infinite resources to acquire glory and prestige.
All right, so let's talk about the theme of the game. Did you feel any of that when playing?
I collected lots of sapphires. And I collected a guy who was making sapphires.
Yeah.
He must have been the artisan.
Yeah.
Had you read that little back part of me, I may have been like, oh, there's an artisan. But no. I just picked up cards.
Yeah, I was like just focusing first on the colors. Like I wanted the colors and like she said, I love rubies and emeralds and all the things. So I was thinking of that first. And then like the mistake I kind of made with it was I was too busy collecting the cards that had the stones to build the stones, and then I didn't pay attention to the numbers. So it's like, oh, the object of the game is to get to 15, not to collect all these pretty cards with things. So.
I had a lot of chocolate cards. Onyx.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep saying chocolate, though, because it looks. I want to eat it.
Yep.
PJ kept collecting the diamonds, and then
Yeah.
that was
I like how the non-girl in the group was collecting all the diamonds.
Yeah, right.
I had to make some best friends with girls.
My.
Needed the diamonds.
They are a girl's best friend.
That's
True
right.
facts.
But, even my engagement ring has sapphires on it, so.
Yep.
See?
Oh,
Sapphires.
you had all the sapphires, so.
I did. I know what I like.
My issue is I couldn't get any
I'm
jade
gonna get what I want.
or emeralds. I'm not sure what they are, but I couldn't get the green ones.
Emeralds.
They were always gone.
Emeralds.
Maybe they're jade.
No, they're
They're
definitely
emeralds.
emeralds. That
We're
was
women.
weird.
We know what they are.
I don't think this even says. It's emerald. It
Yeah.
says so.
We know.
Diamond, sapphire, ruby, onyx.
Chocolate.
Also a woman's best friend. So this
See?
game is really geared towards women.
Yeah. And I ended up buying a guy because you wouldn't let me get the other guy.
I just ignored the people. I was like, I don't care about the people. I just care about the gems.
It's true.
So components.
No, we're going on track. Fine.
What do we think of the components?
The people are cardboard, which I thought was kind of like a letdown. If I'm being honest, because you have these really cool poker chip kind of like doodads. Then you got cardboard people, but the cards are great. Like they're cards.
I feel like they're kind of flimsy. Like they could.
They don't have any-
a little nicer quality.
Yeah.
They don't have that nice little texture.
Yeah, no
like
finish to them.
Yeah.
And they're thin compared to some higher quality games out there.
I like the pictures on them.
Yeah, they are
Yeah.
pretty.
Like the last game that really had nice cards that Dan and I reviewed was Root.
There's kitty cats too.
Yeah.
Aw, now I kind of want to play that. Not tonight, but because I need to play Splendor again.
So you
Because
can
I
win.
will win. Yes.
Root is possibly one of my new top 5 games. Like, it is fantastic. But the cards in it are thick. Like, our starting hand is 5 cards. And Dan's like, I think you gave me too many cards here. And he counts it out. He's like, no, it's just 5. But, yeah, so these cards are quite cheaper, more cheaper,
Thinner
feeling,
quality.
thinner quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not as high quality as other games out there, but I mean,
All the money went into the poker chips.
yeah, definitely. The money definitely went to the poker chips.
Why didn't you put out more poker chips?
The artwork is nice. That's for 4 players.
Oh,
more
okay.
more chips go out.
Do you choose people at random?
Yep.
There's more people we could have been.
Yeah.
Some really cool
These are new people actually. I put
Where's
new
the
people
pretty
out.
on the people?
person?
What?
Were you focused on the people or are you just focused on the cards?
A little, like, not in the beginning of the game.
Wait,
because
There's Mona Lisa.
or because early in the game, like, you don't have nearly as much
Enough,
stuff, so
yeah.
it's not even like worth focusing on them early. But once I started to collect enough cards and everything, then I did start looking at the people to see what I needed.
I don't know why they say this is onyx when it's obviously brown. I'm going back to this.
It
Onyx
really
is
does
black.
look like
it
a
is
chocolate
brown.
bar.
The chip is black.
I mean, it looks like a black diamond. They're that brownish color.
No, they're not. I have black diamonds and they're black.
You black diamond.
You bought them for
I
me.
bought you a black diamond. Oh, I did buy you a black diamond. I remember that.
You didn't buy me any diamonds,
I have
BJ.
a
I'm
necklace
slightly
and I
sad.
have studs.
You're
That's
supposed
why
to
I
buy
was really
diamonds for
sad
your
when I lost my earring at school. I thought I was lost at school, and I was like, I lost.
Oh,
an
that
earring.
was one of your.
And you're like, it's fine, it's just an earring. I'm like, it's not just an earring. And then I came home and it was underneath my pillow.
That was one of the black diamond ones.
So
Oh.
we're good. I had them both, yeah. It's actually funny because that night I must have been like annoyed by my earring poking me like in my ear, like poking like I should by my
Yeah,
head.
it's terrible.
Yeah,
hard
but
to
I
sleep.
also didn't like my watch, so I woke up in the middle of the night. I know the next morning, and my watch was under my pillow. I had taken my watch off and put it under my pillow, so I must have pulled the earring out too or something, which is crazy. Anywho, that's my story.
It's a good story.
See, he could go to me in the middle of the night, and I'll be like, I'll just put that on my pillow.
Oh, how did I do that? No.
Oh, that's hot.
That was
That's
terrible.
worse.
I don't know how you did it, but it was so perfect.
Yeah.
Flap, flap, flap.
I'm still like nervous sweating right now from all that.
It's kind of like that.
That was good one. There it was.
Yeah.
You can stop anytime now. We're trying to do a serious podcast.
But no, it was really fun. I sometimes get stressed out, especially if I'm starting to learn a game. I have trouble having fun with it. I usually have to play it a couple times
Mhm.
to be able to really feel
Yeah.
comfortable, and this made me feel comfortable right away.
Yeah, this
And
game
it
is
was awesome.
so easy to learn.
It was very easy
It
to
was
learn.
very easy.
I think
Which
it's
is
because
nice.
it's all like, gemstones. And we're like, ooh, I want more of those and more of those and more of those.
It can ruin friendships, though. Like, you handled it so well, Shanna. Like, there was a couple of times I took your cards, and you're like, oh, it's okay. I love you. It's fine.
Well, because
but,
initially
like...
I wasn't trying. I was like, it's cool.
So it would have been different, like, later on in the game. If I took your card, you'd been like,
Well, we'll see. Let's play it
Okay,
again.
we're gonna play it again.
Yeah.
We'll see the real competition come out.
Well, I'm still full of like anxious energy after birds, so I don't know how I'm gonna react to game 2. I might have I may break down and start crying. I don't know.
But yeah, this is the game, last episode, our family episode, where I said that our son Eli, when he was 8, played this game. And he got to one point where he had like a couple cards in his chest, or in front of him in his play area, and some like tokens of gemstones he collected. But then he just stops and puts his head in his hands. He just goes, "Oh no." And I'm
He
like,
such a deer. It's so sweet.
and I'm like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "I don't know what to do." And he's just studying the board and what he had.
What I'm gonna do next game is use the wilds. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't use the wild nearly enough. Like,
Yeah.
PJ was good with that, but
Yeah, that's a good transition into what worked and what didn't work. And what works is that wild
If you know
ability,
how to use it, yeah.
which if you want a card and you're almost there at getting it, you can just take that card and like put it on layaway, or something,
yeah.
Yeah.
you just
Back
put
when
it,
layaway existed.
you
in
put it
those.
off to the side, but you also get a gold piece, which is a wild token, which can serve as any of the other 5 gemstones. So then, it kind of reduces the cost of that
Mhm.
card by 1 in a way.
What didn't work for me was you not letting me have my dude.
Well, you need to play by the rules. You didn't have the
I
right
played by
cards.
the rules you put in front of me.
I was a little confused too. But
See-
it's okay.
see? There we go. You didn't explain it well enough.
I guess not.
It's okay. We get it now.
We forgive you.
Maybe.
Thanks.
Kind of. Ish.
You did open the windows, but then you took videos of me screaming, so.
I did.
Epic. Seriously,
I'm going to
epic.
cry in a corner.
We love you, Shanna.
Yep.
I just love how you ducked under a table just in time for the bird to be like, "Oh, she's over there." And it flew
Mommy!
right, and it perched right
Mommy!
above you.
Yeah. It's awful. You're just flapping my nightmares tonight. I just holding onto my hair.
Mommy, save me.
Is there anything that doesn't work?
Birds. No, I like the rotation of it. It goes. I thought it was gonna be a fast game, and it wasn't because you're really stymied by your friends who take the colors that you need. The only taking 2 of one color versus 3 of different colors. That can be an issue, especially when there's not enough for you to take 2. When you need 2, you can't take 2.
Yep.
So there's that's the kind of fun gameplay is you really have to strategize.
Yeah.
What I
Yeah.
do love, what works for me, is that you always flip over a new card. Because in Clank, that doesn't happen. And so
it doesn't reset until the end of the round.
yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that, the one of the reasons I said you go first was I wanted to see you do it so I knew what I was doing. But also, thinking of Clank rules, I was like, if I go first, then Ash goes last. And then she's not going to enjoy the game because in Clank, if you're last to go,
There's nothing in the shop to buy.
yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh, no, I'll go last. That way I'll take that hit because I want my friend to have fun.
Thank you, love.
You're welcome. But that flipping constantly is really nice because
It is.
I was like,
Mhm,
oh, what's
mhm.
next? Oh, yeah, new idea.
Yeah,
it
there's
keeps
always
you-
something new.
Yeah, it keeps you
Yeah.
really engaged too. Like, I didn't get bored at all during this.
Yeah.
Like, it really held my attention. I was like, oh my gosh, it's over. I'm sad.
It didn't bother me that she kept taking my cards because there's a new one coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that worked for me. I also like that you're looking for those cards that have numbers on them. I wasn't really thinking about that when I was just grabbing the sapphire cards, but I had bought a couple that had numbers on them. I like that they're in all the different levels.
I
thought
was
they
just
were-
going to say that there are 3 different decks, and each deck is more expensive than the
Mhm.
next, but it's worth more points.
Yeah. But I like that when I saw one pop in the green pile, because that's the lowest level, I was like, wait, are we in the wrong pile? Is this correct? You're like, no, it's right. I'm like, oh, nice. That's
I didn't
kinda
even
cool.
notice that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I have
but-
to really pay attention now. This
I
next
noticed
round.
it because that was after I couldn't buy my purse. And I was like, well, I'm going to buy that card. And I started paying attention to the low levels because I was like, oh, I'll get all the ones.
She's like, bring it.
Yeah. All right. So what didn't work for you? Because you've played this before.
Yeah, only on the app. I've never actually, and once with Eli.
Mhm.
So, in terms of playing on
Ashley is not a professional. She did not turn her phone on silent.
My bad.
But at least it's pretty. Mine is the Office theme, which we probably get copyrighted for. So anyway.
Yep. So, actually, the only thing that doesn't work for me, as nice as it looks, the insert doesn't keep the pieces in place.
Really?
When you open the box, they are all over. They are all over that box.
Huh. You think it's because it's not flush with the top?
Yeah, it's just because it's
There's
missing
like an eighth of an inch. It looks. It's not even very much.
Yeah, it's like
enough.
2 millimeters, maybe
Yeah.
3 millimeters, and that's just enough. It's like the thickness of one of the coins.
Yeah.
It's just enough for the coins to rattle around and get out of their spot.
Might as well just put them in your cool gaming bags instead and get rid of the insert, you know?
I know, yeah. But I mean, really,
See,
if
that
that's,
drives
if,
me nuts. That
yeah.
drives me. You know me, like I like a good
But
insert.
if that's the only thing that I have to
Mhm.
complain about, not bad.
Well, and there really isn't a lot to go with this game. So the cool thing about this too is if we want to take this to the beach, it doesn't have to stay in that box. It's such a small game, you can really pack it up into something smaller too.
Yeah.
So there's that compactable ability too.
4 rubber bands.
And it'll be so
just
fun at the beach.
toss
It would be.
everything in
Such
the
a good
box.
beach game.
Yeah.
Because you want something that's going to be like small on the table so the kids can keep eating, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like one bag for that and then...
Yeah,
For
I'm
the
always
band.
looking for games that you can play outside too. This one isn't one because of all the cards,
This would fit.
Yeah.
but like Azul is a good one
Yeah.
for playing outside. This one's close because the cardboard people, the plastic tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
if it was like a little sturdier of a card, that'd be better. That
Yeah.
If they
I
were
think you could really
card
do it.
sleeved, maybe they'd be heavy enough.
If they're sleeved, that would help for sure.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Full of great ideas. That's why I sit here and I know things. I'm not good ideas when it comes to getting birds out of chimneys.
So we've only played the game once. Do you have any favorite moments or favorite things from the game that
When I won.
stand out? Yeah, you winning.
Oh. No, I mean, I
And us being like, how many points you got over there?
nothing. At least I told you I was going to win that round.
Yeah.
I gave you the heads up.
Yeah.
I just like, because again, I'm the person who doesn't like games that are competitive. I just want to sit around and hang with my friends and just enjoy it and let the game kind of like, you know, come to life
Yeah.
and be able to carry a conversation and eat food while we're playing.
Yeah.
That's the board game I am, which I know is like not a board gamer at all, but that's the kind of person I am.
Well, no,
I'm a
that's
social.
fine for board gamers. There are a lot of board gamers like that.
To use my new gaming terminology, it has a nice footprint because we had our table set with food, we had snacks, we had drinks, and we were still playing.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
about
the
it.
game fits on the table nicely. You don't have to fight for space. You know, our last review was Everdell, which is one of my favorite games, and it is this same kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It's a worker placement game.
That's a pretty tree.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's probably one of the prettiest games I have.
Mhm.
But the amount of table space it takes up is insane.
Yeah. Angie and I
Lot
were
of-
watching Firefly Lane, so the tree is very pretty though.
No, but I really loved, like, I don't get to see these guys that often because I live 2.5 hours away. So
Whose fault is that?
it might have to change, dude.
After-
It just might. So.
If it means letting a bird in my basement every weekend, listen,
This is
You would do
Everdell.
that for me? Oh, that looks cool. That's really awesome.
probably like once every month.
Okay. You'd get so tired of me. It would.
I get tired of the birds. Anywho,
It wouldn't be as fun, but no, but it was really nice being able to socialize and like talk about life while
Mhm.
we
While
played.
playing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice when you can find a game that will let you do that. And we have a couple of those. Like Azul's
Mhm.
one, Everdell's one. This is a good one for that.
I always go back to Azul. Barren Park is
Wingspan,
also
Barren
fun.
Park. They're all games where you can like talk while playing and it's not gonna detract from the experience of the game.
Yeah. Well, even like Clank was fun. You know, like with playing with Father, like that was just
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah.
But there are some that like you need to be like
Catacombs,
Mansions of
Betrayal,
Madness,
Mansions
you need
of
to be like
Madness.
in it to win it.
Yeah.
Betrayal.
Yeah, Gloomhaven, Spirit Island.
Oh, I take Betrayal very seriously, so
Betrayal gives me anxiety.
because the monster's gonna get ya. I love Betrayal.
You need to play Cthulhu because it's made by the same people,
I know.
and it's so
Listen,
good.
we're playing a new game right now.
I know.
See, I'm doing this for you. Because we could have just played Betrayal again.
We could have. The 3rd edition. We haven't played it yet. There's a werewolf expansion now.
Dun dun dun.
Cat, that's my original instead.
No.
Then I don't want it.
Oh boy.
But But
I'm a purist.
you should definitely play this game. It is awesome.
I agree. How about you?
Yeah, I especially like it. The max it goes for, I think, is like
$4.
$35.
But max is 4 people though too.
Oh, 4 players.
That
yeah,
could be an issue
Yeah.
if you want to have a big game.
I mean,
If
most
you
games.
actually have friends,
most games,
it's a problem.
It's true.
Most games only go up to 4. It's hard to find games that go beyond that are strategic. You know, usually
that's
it's party
true.
games.
Yeah.
So that's pretty standard, actually. But you got a lot
Sneaky
out of
Snacky
this.
Squirrel only goes to 4 as well. Ashley would love Sneaky Snacky Squirrel. She would, though. Yeah, she would.
I don't know.
We did.
I'm gonna say she wouldn't.
I called it
Just
the
'cause-
gateway games for children, like gateway drugs.
So
dude,
are
that-
you calling me a child? Is this what you're saying, Shanna?
I love Sneaky. Let me finish my story. So I asked the kids to go upstairs and go through their stack of games and that big the ladder that they have of their board games in the dining room, and like which ones made you become board gamers? You know, like which ones do you like have fond memories of? And so the first thing they grabbed, but they said Sneaky Snacky Squirrel. Actually, after they said Uno in unison, I'm like no.
Yeah, Uno was the.
Said not card games, board games. And so Sneaky Snacky Squirrel was number 1, and then there are other ones. But Sneaky Snacky Squirrel is fun because, did you ever play Hi-Ho Cherry when you were a kid?
Nope.
I hated that game. It's kind of like that, but it is less cherries, thank God. And it's more fun because you have these tweezers that are actually the Sneaky Snacky Squirrel.
Mhm.
And so you get to play the squirrel, and his little hands are the pincher part, and he can steal your acorns.
Yes, this little squirrel like grabs the acorn.
He just
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
Exactly.
But I would probably have trouble getting it and get really mad.
No, it's
No?
actually very easy because
Is it?
it's meant for kids. And so then there's these cute little like stumps, and there's 4 circles in it, and one's a different color. Like there's like red.
5 circles.
There's
Red, green, yellow, purple, and blue.
There's 5. Okay,
Yeah.
so there's 5. Sorry, but there's because it makes a little star. Anyway, so inverted. Moving on. So, but you have to get one of each color, and then if you get all the colors, then you win.
So we're going to do another podcast tomorrow, and we're going to play this game.
A live
So-
play of Sneaky Snacky.
But there's
Squirrel.
a little spinner board, and so it spins, tells you how many acorns you can get, what color you can get if the wind blows. That kind maybe not color.
So can we...
I
Okay.
can't remember. It's been a while since I played it, but
I think it's just you lose 2.
it goes up to 4 players, and so we always played 3 people, and then the Sneaky Snacky Squirrel was his own player, and he had his own little stump, so you could play against Sneaky Snacky Squirrel.
Okay, yes, this is happening.
See. Mm-hmm.
Well, so why don't you think I'll like it?
He doesn't like it.
Because I don't like it.
Well, then we're making you play it, PJ. If you had a argument for me, if you had a valid point, then I might
There's
have
no
taken it.
strategy. That's why.
Well, I don't
There's-
like strategy games. They're
You
stressful.
just spin a spinner and then you take a color and then you spin a
It's
spinner
luck.
and take a color.
I think you should play it because you filmed me screaming over birds, so you owe it to me to bring back the nostalgia aspect.
We're gonna be talking about this for serious. Like this is gonna be like the coyote thing.
This is
That,
so
like,
It's gonna go
It's gonna
down.
be coyote
Yeah.
level awesome.
I'm still sweating. Like, there's still nerves. Like, I still feel it. That they're going to come back through the window somehow.
I'll protect you, my darling.
They're going to come back down the chimney. Like, they're going to be like, oh, that's how we got there.
Where's that lovely place?
Lovely place.
I want to see mommy
She put a
again.
blanket on me. I was going to smother you, but Ash told me not to. Anyway. So back to Splendor.
Yeah,
I suggest it. Can
definitely
100%.
recommend buying this game. And Splendor Duel, a 2-player variant of the game, just won Game of the Year.
So
Ooh.
I saw the picture that you sent me. It's
Yeah.
a board.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it plays.
See, now that I played this, I don't want to go to a board. I like this.
Yeah, I like the cards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it won Game of the Year.
That's awesome.
This year.
Yeah.
Like, just like, a week ago or something. Very recently it won that. So, congratulations.
So, where can one get Splendor? He says about $30.
Target has it, hobby stores, Amazon, like pretty much anywhere that sells board games.
It was only printed in 2017, so she's
Yeah.
pretty young. Of course, I guess it's like what 6 years ago
That
now.
was 6 years ago, yeah.
Let's not do
It's a-
math. Let's not do that. Don't give this to Ashley.
Yeah, it's actually getting up there in age at this
Again,
point.
when your nephew's graduation sign is on the front lawn of the school, and you go, "Why is his name out there? He's not a senior."
And I like.
So that's why I thought this game is older than that. It's from 2014.
So the version
This must be a second
have,
edition or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I've had an app of this game since like 2015, 2016.
So PJ, like, you're Mr. Gamer Dude. Why haven't you not introduced us to this sooner?
He has offered games like this before. I will take the hit. PJ complains that I never want to play new board games, so I said pull out some new board games and we will play a new board game.
That is true. Like, when we were doing more board games, it was like, which ones are we playing? And it's the same one. Survive, Lords of Waterdeep, like...
Well, I think there's just like, you know the game, and there's a happiness to it. You have that nostalgia thing.
It's comfortable.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, you already know how to play it, so it's comfortable to just play something that's familiar.
And all of PJs were downstairs, so when you say, what do you want to play? You kind of go, okay, what do you... We know you have these games, so let's play these games. But obviously he has a couple more than you see.
Well, we were just gifted a whole ton, like that whole shelf is games that were gifted to us over there.
Shout out to Carrie and Tom, thank you.
Yes.
I love them. Speaking of, she's doing much better.
Oh, good.
But I don't want to say anything else on this podcast, so.
Yeah.
But anything else you want to add?
Like I said, when I said I had the app version like way early, the app is amazing. So if you want to get, if you want to try the game out, it's like $6.
Gotta pay for it?
Yeah.
Listen, I only play free games.
All digital board games you have to pay for, so. Well, not all, but most.
Yeah, I play bingo, so.
Yeah.
And Budoku.
But yeah, if you want to try, like, the app version of this is very well done. And it feels a lot like playing the game.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to add anything else then?
No, that's all I have for you.
Ashley, how about you?
Nope, I'm good. Thank you guys for having me. It was amazing.
Yeah, thanks for
Second
being
podcast.
here.
Thank you for being here and saving my life and not laughing as much as he did. And not
You're
Oh, she
welcome.
definitely laughed as much as I did.
PJ, not supposed to say that. We're not, well, no, the video is totally going on Facebook.
What I remember is her saying, "It's okay, baby. It's going to be okay, baby." And I thought she was talking to me.
Nope, I'm talking to the birds.
I thought you were joking.
No, I'm like, yeah, thank you, Ashley. Wait, not the bird.
It's okay, baby. Come here. It's okay, love. It's okay, baby.
No, I'm going to stay right here at the table. Thank you. Oh, never mind. No one loves me. It's okay.
I love you so much.
No,
but I
shut
just
up.
really love the birds too.
Shut up.
Great way to end, or to start Memorial Day weekend.
Traumatized. I need to go talk to a therapist. I gotta call my friend Penny. She's my unpaid therapist.
You can talk to me too. I'm not.
No,
a therapist,
you laughed
but I'm
at me. Penny will laugh at me too. Never mind. Well, that's all I have too.
Yep.
I like it. It's a fun game. It's easy, and it's all about gemstones, and I like shiny things. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the sparkle is wonderful. Sparkle everything.
Mhm. Yes.
Yes, girl. Yes, queen.
Yes, queen.
On that note, we'll see you all next time.
I hope Dan listens to this and just goes, oh.
He doesn't listen to it.
He makes the pot. Whatever. Whatever.
Also, if you hear this, Dan, I said hi, and I miss you.
He's not listening. I'm just telling you, he's not.
Tell him to listen to the specific one. Because
we
Specific
we
one.
could tell, we could just say anything we want about him right now. Maybe Angie will listen to it and tell him, but because sometimes she listens to the show.
Angie, I love you.
So, Dan, I'm also still mad at you for when you took me snipe hunting.
He did that.
Yep, him and Jeremy. And they make creepy noises in the woods. Trauma. Talk about trauma. That's real trauma. Your
Dan
friends.
smells like poop. Dan's
Facts.
not listening, so I can do
Facts.
whatever I want.
Yeah.
Dan's little baby man.
Feel free to email us at gamesoboard@gmail.com,
Or find us on Facebook,
at gamesoverboard.
on YouTube.
And we learned that there's a Games Overboard on Facebook, but it's all one word. That's not us. Put spaces in between every word to find
Yeah,
us.
our logo is blue and green, just
Yes.
like the podcast.
Yeah,
if you're listening.
find the logo that's on your podcast app. Speaking of, leave a review for us on your podcast app, because
Please
that
and thank you.
really helps other people discover us.
Like people in California.
Yep. Shout out to Jackie from Well House Exorcism, who's been providing input for us.
She's wonderful. She's really smart. All about the nursing. Moving on, they can also find us online at our website, which is
gamesoverboard.com.
So check out Games Overboard. It is awesome.
That's right.
Alrighty, see you next week, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Au revoir.